we've had some amazing things happening in the Patapsco Valley. We all know John and Fred, and we know they took the leap to make the Maryland League, Pickall, to be an official NICA league, and it took off like wildfire. And you know this because you run a team.
I do.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say I run a team. I have someone that really helps run that team. I coach. I show up for one practice a week, and I show up at all the races and help the kids out with some stuff.
Okay, so Ben runs a team. He's underselling it a little bit right here, but you're one of like 7 people. 7 teams in the Patapsco Valley.
40% of the NICA League gets to play in Patapsco on a regular basis, which for Maryland is pretty great. I mean, we talked about sort of Catonsville having a lot of access to Patapsco, and that access to Patapsco has made it so that there's that many young kids that really want to get out in the woods to have a good time riding bikes, and thankfully now have a league that they can participate in. We get 5 races this year, and I'm really, really excited to see the trail that's coming into Pickall.
It's killer. So what we decided to do is, we know that Patapsco Valley trails are hard trails. We're never going to leave that. That is the stuff we're made of. We're made of really technical, really challenging trails. NICA has pretty strict guidelines about trail tread, about how wide it has to be, about grade, about technical features. So we knew we needed a place in Patapsco where these teams could train and also have events. So we worked with the park to develop the first NICA event loop in a Maryland State Park. It's kind of a big deal. So this loop is in the Pickall area. It's just under 4 miles. It's half built by volunteers and by hand, and most of that volunteer work was by the high school teams themselves, which was great to see. So not only are these kids and young people out there riding and racing, but they did put in the stewardship and they did put in the volunteer work to build this trail. So that was a key part of what we wanted to do. Now, that's sort of phase 1 of the Schools Out Loop, or I should say part 1. The second part of the Schools Out Loop is we knew we wanted to advance it quickly, so we got 2 major grants. We got a 2021 community stewardship grant from REI, and we got a big grant from More IMBA too. So the second part of Schools Out Loop is fully machine built, and it is unbelievably sweet trail.
Awesome.
So you've got this trail that's all volunteer built in the character of Patapsco, and then you've got this sort of, I'll call it new school Patapsco trail that's similar to Dogwood or the OEC connector. So new 4-mile loop at the very top of Pickall. Pickall is very unique because it's only open during the summer season and only open by reservation only. So when teams want to have practices and events there, they could rent a pavilion and they could have the entire facility to themselves. Or off season or during the week, we're starting to look at ways where we can work with the high school league to give them special access to those areas.